And that's what she looks like installed. 20 millimeter, roughly 7/8 adapter spacer. And you can see what I'm referring to here. See how it protrudes past flush? So with this thing on there, that nub, it would create a significant gap. But if you want to know for sure if you're going to have issues, take yourself one of these mics and then make contact so basically it's protruding that much. So come over to your wheel and check your pocket. Or you can measure your pocket. Come back over to your stud that's protruding. See? It's quite a bit below the pocket. So there's no way these will cause an issue. I got the front one on, and you can see it's quite an improvement. Also, a lot of people are worried about spacers, adapters. Now, there's a big difference between a spacer and an adapter. A spacer does not bolt on. A spacer adapter bolts on using lug nuts. I've even got one on my truck. Made in America. Bulletproof off-road racing adapter. This is an 8-lug truck. I've had these on this truck for roughly 2 years. This truck is a 2500 HD Duramax with an Allison transmission. This is a heavy duty truck. I have actually had 8,500 pounds of gravel in the bed of this truck with these adapters in place. I've never had an issue. So for those of you naysayers about putting adapters on your car is going to get you killed, well, you know, you're partially right if you're talking about cheap Chinese adapters. I never buy Chinese crap if it can be prevented. I prefer to buy stuff that's antique, made in America. Sometimes you can't avoid it, and you gotta buy Chinese, so but you don't want to skimp when it comes to adapters. You can buy a whole set of these very similar adapters on eBay for about 50 bucks. I paid $285 for the set of 4. My life, your life, is worth more than 50 bucks. So spend the money on some good quality. I prefer BORA adapters. I've used them many times. I've used them also on my C5 Corvette. As you can see, I got one right here. Also a BORA adapter. I had to go with adapters because this is a C7 Corvette wheel. Much nicer than the C5 wheel, but it had a different offset. So it would sit way tucked in on this car. Now, in the front, it was going to sit too far in as well. But what I did on this case, I just bought this little skinny, this is a spacer. This does not bolt on. But I bought a set of extended thread lug nuts. This lug nut actually extends into this spacer. So this is also perfectly safe. And spacing the tires out further will make the car, should make it corner better. It'll give it that better looking stance. Much more aggressive looking. And the lowered springs will also help with the lowering the center of gravity, so it'll corner better as well. This is the Hotchkiss spring. So anyway, consider getting yourself some 20mm adapter spacers. Not just spacers, adapter spacers. Bolt on. Also, if you're going to go with a set of 4 rear wheels, just remember, take into consideration rear wheels on these Camaros are about 3mm more offset. A lot of these guys in the Camaro forums go with 25mm spacers. In my opinion, again, that's just a little too much. It's 5mm is roughly it's roughly a 1/4 inch, so it'd push it out a 1/4 inch more than what I have on my car. So if you go with a 20mm spacer up front, it's going to push, and with the rear wheels up front, it's going to push it out about 23mm more than a standard 20 by 8 inch front wheel. Anyway, that's all for now.